Hello and welcome. Now we are going to start my favorite topic. We are going to set up lab environment for SWAM routing mesh. So let's start. Here we are going to complete all this process in 6 steps. I'm going to start with the step number 1. Step number 1 is very simple. Before performing the lab, here we have to verify that our SWAM cluster is ready. If I'm going to my environment, I have AWS EC2 instances. I have 3 EC2 instances. Here in the security group, I have all traffic allowed. Now, I have console of each and every nodes. It is my manager node and these two are my worker node. If I am giving command docker node ls, here you will find out that everything is in working condition. This is my manager node and these two are worker node, and worker nodes are also ready. So there is no problem. So your Docker Swarm cluster must be ready before you are going to start any other process. Now step number 2. Here we want to set up one demo application. Now to set up this demo application, you have to have source code. Here I am going to provide you source code. You just need to clone my repository. You will get source code into your SWAM cluster. Here the steps for to clone our source code. First of all, you have to make sure that Git is actually installed in your system, because to clone we have to use Git command. So you can go to the Git, go to your manager node and you can give command Git -- version. And if you are getting any version, it means Git is actually installed in your system. If it is not there, you can use this command sudo apt install git. Yeah, it will install this. Now, you have to verify that you are logged in as a Ubuntu user. Right now, I am using Amazon Linux machine. Here, the default user is Ubuntu. If you are using any other machine, like if you are using Azure machine, you may have different user. Okay, in Azure, you have to specify username while you are creating your instance. So whatever the username you have, you can use this. Another point that I want to tell you, that if you don't want to go with the specific user, you can use command sudo -i and you can perform your lab with the root user as well. But I'm going to follow best practices. So I'm just going to use Ubuntu, and I'm getting Ubuntu. Why? Because I have Amazon Linux. Sorry, I have AWS Ubuntu Linux environment. Now, who am I? I am already logged in as root user. This is PWD. It is used to provide you present working directory details. So here I am doing every task in home Ubuntu user. So home directory, right? Now, this is a command that you can use to clone your environment, to clone my Git repo. I have my repo in GitLab. You just need to copy and paste this command because it is a public repo. So if you will paste this, it will clone my repo into your system, and I'm giving this command. Now once you clone this, if you give ls command, you will find out one folder, lab-sample-app. Okay, so ls, you will get this lab-sample-app, and inside this you have to verify that everything is looking same as my system. So let's go to the cd lab-sample-app. And if you will give ls command, you will get 3 folders. Yes, we are getting this web, MySQL and IGApp. For this particular lab, we are going to use IGApp. But for next virtual IP lab, okay, virtual IP load balancer, we are going to use these 2. So all these 3 are actually required. And right now, we will work on a IGApp. Okay, so step 2 is done. I have this folder and I am getting it, and right now I am in the lab sample app. Good to go. Let's go with the step number 3. Now in the step number 3, we are actually creating our image. So here we have to go to the IGApp. As I explained you earlier, that we are going to use this particular folder here. So right now I am giving ls command and now going inside the IGApp folder. Done. Now I'm giving ls command here as well to verify what files we have. So here inside IGApp, you will find 2 files, one server.js and Docker file. Yes, exactly. I am getting these 2 files. Now, using this file, we have to build image. So I am going to build image right now. Right now I don't have any images available. My system is totally blank, so I don't have any images. Let me verify this. Docker images. Look at this, I don't have any image. So now this will build image from my source code. Yes, now if I'm giving command docker images again, I got this Fox app application. Now the main process is coming over here, the verification. If I'm giving command docker images, yes, I'm getting this on a manager node. But the problem is, do we have the same image on a worker nodes? No. Now this will be problematic. Why? Because if you don't have this on a worker node, when you will deploy any services, it will not deploy any service on a worker node. And in Docker, it is not sharing images automatically, right? So we have image on one node only. We have to share this image with all other node. So yes, we created image locally, but the problem is we don't have these images into the worker nodes. So we have to share these images with the worker node, and that we are going to set up here in the step number 4. Here we are going with the step number 1, use Docker Hub private registry to share the image. So we are going to use Docker Hub here to share the image, which is the simplest way to manage this. Definitely I am going to explain you how we can do this automatically as well, but we will talk about this automatic process during our project, right? So here I am going to the Docker Hub. Let's go with the simplistic process, and I am going to log into my Docker Hub. Here I am going to use sign in. I hope you guys also having your account. So you need to sign in, because previous lab was all about how to use Docker Hub and create private repo. So here I am going to log in with my Google account. And I'm already having one private registry. If you don't have, you can create this. You can click over here and then you can create private registry. In Docker Hub, it is, if you are using free account, it is only allowing you to create one. So I have this one repo or registry, so I'm going to use this. You just need to note down the name of your repo. This is actually your username, and then demo is name of your repository. You have to use this while you are tagging your image, so note it down. Here if you look at this, I don't have any image over here, so we want to push this image from our manager node. So yeah, now here we have to tag image first. So how we are going to tag this? First of all, let me go to the manager node and let me find out the image. Now here we have to tag this. Tag process is compulsory, because in the tag you have to specify your Docker remote repository name. Okay, so Docker tag, which image you want to tag? This one. Now here, what will be the tag? In the tag we have to use this. So we want to we have to tag remote registry name, then whatever the name you want, like I want Fox app. Okay, so now it will tag this Fox app image with this particular tag, and in this the tag is kind of destination. Okay, so let me press enter. Now let me use Docker images command again, and yeah, it is now tagged. Now I have to push this image, but I have private repository, so I have to use Docker login command in order to log into my Docker Hub account. Okay, so going to use command Docker login. It is asking me for username. Username you can use CloudFolks HUB. It is also, or you can use email. I am always using my email. If you are not sure about this, what you can do? You can go to the account setting, and here you will get your email. And if you want to reset password, if you don't have, you can reset from here as well. So reset the password and then you can enter this newly created password. I have this, so I'm just going to use this, and I am successfully logged into my Docker Hub. Now, once you logged in, okay, then you have to pull this image. Pulling is really very simple. Okay, so let's go to the repository first. Here you have to give command Docker. You have to push. Here we have to push, not pull, because from manager we will push, and then on a worker node we will pull, right? So docker push and then image name. Image name is we have docker push CloudFolks HUB demo :Folks app. So I'm just going to push this. So now we are sending this image from my Docker host, manager host, to the Docker Hub remote repository, and it is successfully done. So we will get it over here. Yes, I got this. Now I want this image over here into the worker node. So first of all, I have to log in on a worker node. So I'm going to give command docker login, username bhavesh.atara@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm doing the same here as well. Docker login. Okay. Now, the simplest process we have is, I think I just enter multiple times, so no need to worry about this. I got this image. Okay. Now, what we are doing here, I am going to use the same command. Look at this. Here, I use this docker push. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Here, I'm just going to use docker pull. Same command I have to use on a worker node 2 as well. Finally, here we are going to get our image. Let's use command clear and let's use command docker images. I have this image over here and it is now actually downloading image. So it will take time. Meanwhile, we are just going to verify that pull the images, and then we are going to give docker images command, and you must have image in all the Swarm cluster. So yeah, it is now done. Let's verify. Okay, I just by mistake provided this command docker images. So I have this image here and on a worker node as well, both the worker nodes. So now I have image on both the worker nodes and of course on a manager node. So we are now ready to deploy service. Step number 4 over. Let's start with step number 5, deploying service using custom images. So we have our image, we are going to deploy service. So the command is docker service create name. The service name would be my web service. We are going to set up 2 replicas. Now you may have question here that why you are going to deploy 2 replicas. We have 3, right? So we can create like a task in each and every Docker host, but there is a reason. Okay, you will get complete understanding about this. Right now, I'm just going to create 2 replica. Okay, and then we have to provide image name. So let's use this. Here I'm going to the manager node. Here I'm going to paste this command and just need to change. Here is image name. So image name is CloudFolks HUB demo :Folks app. Okay, just enter the full name here. Otherwise, we will get error. So let's do this. Here we are going to create 2 replicas. Now it is creating 2 replicas. Once you create this, you can verify this using docker service ls command. So let's verify this docker service ls. Yes, created. Now if you want to talk about specific task, okay, you can also verify this docker service ps my web service. And if you look at this, here we have 2 tasks running. Now one thing that we need to make sure over here is my one task, okay, is actually running on 172.31.34.30. 1 second, let me change this. Yeah, so it is on running 30. Now this is actually 172.31.30. So one task is running on a manager. Okay, another task is running on 35.233. Let me check this out as well. 35.233. So I have 2 tasks and these 2 tasks are running on a manager and worker. So if I'm going to this particular picture, I can say that this is my manager node and one task is running over here on a manager and one task is running over here on a worker node 1, right? Worker node 1. I don't have any task running here. Okay, I don't have any task running over here. right? I am doing this intentionally, so don't worry about this. Okay, everything is going smoothly. Now let's go with the step number 6. Let's access this. Now here, the most important part is coming.
Sorry guys, sorry to disturb you. I know you all are enjoying the session and suddenly it stopped. But if you want full video or if you want full Docker course having 130 plus videos including projects, you can become our community member. Enrollment link is in description. Moreover, we also provide 24/7 support, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Shatara, updates and completion certification as well. Still you have any queries regarding it, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.